Hey guys, Luke here from Forestdale. So I thought while things are a little bit quiet here in southeast Queensland, we're going through a bit of a dearth since late November, early December 2018. It sort of gives us a bit of time to play around with the hives and do a bit of experimenting just to see what methods are more effective. Because normally this time of year, we're pretty busy working our hives, harvesting and obviously housekeeping of the brood super. So what we decided to do this time around is just do a bit of an experiment to see what's more effective as far as containing beetles. So with beetles, obviously they're becoming increasingly more rampant during the summer months, but more so when we're in a bit of a dearth situation. So obviously when we haven't got as much stores coming in, our bee numbers deplenish quite rapidly to sustain themselves. So if we have too much room in our hive, basically the bees can't keep up with protecting it from beetle takeover. So I thought I'd try a couple of different methods, and we run both silver bullets and also AJ beetle traps. Both of these we source from Quality Bee Supplies over at Sumner Park. So the theory is with the vinyl on top, it just creates a bit of a haven for the beetles to slip in underneath when they get chased by the bees and hopefully work their way into the trap. As you can see, it also helps with obviously stopping propolis from building up. As you'll see, there's a little bit there on the AJ, but generally speaking they're normally pretty clean, so the task when it comes to rebaiting them is not so strenuous and tedious because we're not having to clean them as much. Now there is a few different methods that we can use, especially with the AJs. Rather than trying to clean them when we do get a bit of propolis build up, we can buy just the lids on their own, so it makes it quite cost effective. So with our silver bullets, mind you, these guys have been in place now since mid-November when I last reduced it down to a single honey super. And as you can see, they've been sitting here. Well, we're in first week of March now, so they've been sitting here for three and a half months. So propolis build-up's not too bad. Quite happy with the way how effective our vinyl matting works. So with our silver bullet, we've just filled him up with a bit of dimentous earth. We'll just have a quick look in here and see what we've got. And there doesn't appear to be too much going on in here. All right. There's a couple of beetles in there, but I wouldn't say that's been quite effective, to be honest. We have run them on their own as a single trap in supers of dimentous, and normally we do get quite a lot of beetle in there. So with the AJ, what I actually decided to do with this one is I baited it with a mixture of fipronil based from frontline flea treatment from small dogs. And I've mixed it in with some Vegemite and olive oil. So the olive oil is just to stop the Vegemite from drying out and going too crusty, so I just try and keep it as a liquid form more so. We'll have a quick look at this fella here, and you'll notice also I've got zippy ties on these traps as well, which we learned off a friend of ours. So the theory of the clips is to stop or eliminate the risk of the trap falling apart and falling down into the super and killing or poisoning our bees, so to speak. So it's been quite effective. We haven't had any come apart as yet. Just pull this fella off here and we'll have a bit of a look. You notice the bees are pretty quiet at the moment too, which is quite surprising considering we are going through a bit of a dearth situation at the moment. So got them at a good time today. Just getting this lid off, guys, it won't be too long. Okay, so as you can see, we're pretty full of beetle from side to side, and there doesn't appear to be an ounce of life in any one there, so the bait's been quite effective. So my theory is, although bees are pretty smart and they will chase the beetle into the traps, the Vegemite actually acts as an attractant as well as a bait. So being a high yeast content, it can be quite smelly, and it's, to my belief, that's what helps attract the bees to the trap. And as you can see, in comparison to another trap with no attractant, just the dimensionous earth to kill them, it's been quite effective. So I'll stick up a post a bit later on, guys, of how I actually mix the bait and how we go about baiting it, so stay tuned. See you later.